Congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How's it feel, man?
Feels amazing. I mean, I feel blessed for the opportunity. And, I get to go down to the booth and, I get to put in work and be with a great organization. So, I'm ready.
And you had something like 16 top 30 visits or something like that over the course of this offseason. You're really busy. How did the New Orleans Saints maybe stand out to you a little bit?
I mean, they stood out, the type of mentality that they had, their coaching style. And, I feel like the coaches, we really clicked. And they were my second 30 visits. So, they were one of the teams that wanted to get with me right away, right after the combine. And, they've always showed love. So.
Hey, Khristian, apologize. I haven't watched a lot of Northern Iowa games down here. So if I'm in your words, what do you think is the strength of your game?
Strength of my game, I feel like, I get off the ball. I play a great pad level. And, I got a high motor. I'm going to bring it every single play, and I feel like I'm a smart player also.
Khristian, what was that East-West Shrine Bowl experience like for you?
It was great. I got to compete, not just against really good players, but I got to play with really good players that, got drafted second, third round. So, that was a great experience. I got to be coached by NFL coaches, which is really cool. And, I added that to my game.
Khristian, what's it like playing football at Northern Iowa?
I mean, it was great. I mean, we're known for grit, toughness, and, I feel like coming from that type of program, I feel like I could play in the next level just because I came from that type of program, and that's what we're built off of.
Do you see yourself at, one technique or like a different technique, one technique, three technique, whatever, at the next level? Is there one that you feel like you're best suited for at the moment?
Yeah, I feel like a one technique, that's what I'm best suited for at the moment. I feel like I could come in and make an impact right away and develop into a three technique. But I feel like I'm coming in as a one technique for sure.
Khristian, I know a lot's probably happened, but have you talked to Trevor at all, or have you kept up much since he got drafted?
Yeah, he actually was training at training house with me for a few weeks. So, it's kind of crazy how this just played out. And now, you guys got two I dudes. And, I feel like Trevor's about to have a breakout year. I feel like I'm going to have a really good rookie year. So I'm excited.
Is there anybody that you would say that you maybe mold your game after, or that your game is comparable to in terms of what you hope to bring to the next level?
I feel like there's a lot of dudes, but I feel like the closest right now is Dexter Lawrence. Of course, he's a different type of beast, but I feel like our games have similarity, and I feel like I could make an impact just like he does.
You've mentioned yourself in interviews before as somebody that's maybe a little bit more polished, at least at this moment, as a run stopper, but do you feel like you've got more left in terms of what you can contribute as a pass rusher that you can develop?
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like I haven't reached my ceiling at all, not just in the run, but especially in the pass. I feel like I can improve my pass game and, be a dominant factor in the pass for sure.
And what are some of the things that you would like to add to your game to help you get there?
Definitely just some counter moves and working on my hand speed and hand quickness. I feel like I've been working with my trainer down here, and I'm excited to go and work with D-line coaches at New Orleans, and I feel like they can help reach my game to the next level.
Just beyond physical attributes and having a high motor, like what is it about being a run stopper? Like, is it vision? Is it instincts? Like, what are some of the other things that you feel like make you good at that?
I feel like it's mentality. That's the main thing. I feel like if you got a mental, like you got to go in there and bring it every single play. It's the trenches. It's the NFL's grown-ass men. You bring it every single play, and, you play with violent hands, play with quick feet, solid technique. I feel like you'd be really effective in the run game.
Hey, Khristian, where are you doing your training, your pre-draft training?
I was training at Minneapolis, at training house in Minneapolis, and then now I'm back home in Kansas City training.
Have you ever been in New Orleans before outside of the top 30?
No, I haven't.
Would you consider yourself on the interior a little bit more kind of a power move guy, or do you feel like you're a little bit more, finesse?
I'm definitely more powered. I'm 6'2", 325. I use my power to my advantage. I like getting off the linemen off their heels and, shocking them and shedding them. And, I feel like my bull rush is really good too. So I'm a power rusher.
Are you familiar with Bryan Bresee?
With who?
With Bryan Bresee, the first round pick out of Clemson last year?
No, I'm not. But I understand who he is. I know who he is, and I understand he's a great player. And I'm excited to play with him too.
One of the things that was kind of tagged on him as he was coming in a lot was kind of being quicker, kind of quick for his size. I know you've said that about yourself too. Is that something that you feel like you're, going to continue to expand on? Like how important is that to your game?
I feel like it's huge. You got to be quick and powerful, especially in the defensive line, and especially in the 1 and 3 tech. You got to be quick and powerful. And I feel like I use that to my advantage, especially for being 325. I feel like I'm really quick.
You set a school record. Was it 38 reps over there at Northern Iowa? What was that kind of like for you, and that sharing that moment with your teammates and such?
It was amazing. I got to break the school record for bench press for pro day at UNI, and I didn't even know it was the bench press record until I got done, and it was an incredible feeling, and I was truly blessed to do it in front of my teammates and my family.
So you didn't have a number in mind; you were just going, and you just happened to break the record.
I feel like my number in my mind was 35 because the most I hit before that was 33, and so if I got to 35, I would have been really happy, but I got to 35, and I knew I could do a few more, and I kept going, and it was a special feeling.
What was the school record?
37.
Gotcha. Didn't you get team captain status last year, right?
Yes, sir.
How important was that to you, and how'd you enjoy stepping into that role?
That was another incredible feeling. Being voted the team captain by my coaches and my teammates. That was an amazing feeling, and that was definitely one of my best feelings I had being at UNI. And I'm blessed that they voted me for that, and I feel like I showed well stepping into that leadership role.
When you're down here meeting with the Saints, obviously you met with a lot of people, but what were your impression of the defensive coaches? Obviously, Todd Grantham is the defensive line coach. What was kind of their messaging to you in terms of their expectations, why they were drawn to you as a prospect?
They knew, I had great size, and I played with great leverage, and I played with a great motor. And, they really liked that about my game. And, they feel like I could develop into a really good player. And, I feel like I could do the same. And, I'm glad they made that decision.